I'm here this morning with Pastor Don, who's the District Superintendent for Southern Missouri District, Assemblies of God. He's been a good friend and a blessing to me over the years as I've been in the Southern Missouri District. And appreciate you making some time to meet this morning so that we can talk about MyCounselor.Online and the resource that we're wanting to provide to pastors and their bodies that they're ministering to. So, quick question for you. First question, the MyCounselor.Online that utilizes the Zoom platform, which I know that you use also in mentoring and coaching pastors, is this something that you think is valuable to, say, the pastor in a rural setting that doesn't necessarily have good access to Christian counseling in their community to refer staff to, refer their body to, or even for them to work through things that they're wanting to work through?
Josh, thanks for the opportunity to get the chance to be with you today. This is great. I really think that this is cutting edge to be able to use the technology that's before us. It goes so far beyond just a phone call, and it makes it so much more accessible. One of the things that I struggle with as a superintendent is oftentimes there are ministers that need counseling, or there are individuals within their church that need counseling. And it is difficult, particularly in the rural communities, to be able to find quality Christian counselors that you can trust, that you know that are going to take them in the right directions, that are going to use biblical principles to steer them truly toward Christ. And so I see this as just such a positive thing to be able to, wherever someone is, be able to access. It cuts down on drive time. Oftentimes we'll have people in the rural areas that the only counselors that you could find that would really be qualified are going to be in one of the metro areas. And so you're going to be looking at an hour and a half, 2-hour drive one way. And instead of doing that, you can simply click on. It's so easy to use Zoom. It's just a matter of clicking on the link, and the next thing you know, you're looking the person face to face. And it's the next best thing at being in the room with them. I really believe that it is going to open up a lot of avenues for people to receive quality counseling that in the past would not have had access to that. So I commend you on using this technology, on finding a stable platform that will work well to communicate directly with, just to have that good connect with the individuals. Like I said, they're the opportunity of using the phone, but there's such a disconnect with the phone. There's not the ability to be able to see the facial reactions. I know it must be a lot of help to the counselor because there's a lot of body language. There's a lot of things that go on. And I think also for the counselee in being able to look at the counselor and to see that accepting, to tell by looking at them, they really are hearing what I have to say. I think it takes it eons ahead of really being able to provide quality counseling service into areas that oftentimes couldn't get it.
Well, that's certainly our prayer, that we believe that's what God's put on our heart to do, and why we're working to develop this platform and the clinical team to support it or to minister through it. One more question for you, Don. Just from your experience with me, with the different counselors that are part of the clinical team, what is it that makes you feel comfortable being able to refer folks to our services?
Josh, here in Springfield, we do have the advantage that we have a number of different counseling services. I know that brand loyalty may kind of be out the window many times in this current generation, but for me, for many years now, I have determined that I'm going to find a group of professionals that I trust, that I know their heart, that I can refer to. And I can count easily on one hand, and even only on part of a hand, counselors that I'm willing to say to somebody, hey, listen, this is somebody that I feel like can help you out. I've always felt like, Josh, that you were one of those individuals that I could refer to, knowing oftentimes that you would not be able to be the one doing the direct counseling, but I also know that leaders attract leaders. And I knew your heart well enough to know that if you had someone plugged in working with you, and I knew that I could trust who they were because I knew your character, I knew the way that you operated, and they wouldn't be on staff with you, they wouldn't be on a team with you unless you had that level of trust. So really, you loaned them your credibility because of the fact that I knew that you would make sure that the counseling was on track. So I appreciate you. I've referred to you a number of times. You are one of my main referrals. And looking forward to working with this new process and this new tool, and looking for ways that we can partner together to help out ministers and other individuals who just need help.
Well, I sure appreciate that, Don. We definitely take it seriously. I take it seriously. Believe that we'll give account to the Lord for every word of counsel that we provide to the folks that come to our office, and take the responsibility of caring for the folks that are referred to us, both mentally, psychologically, but spiritually as well, as being a high calling and of great importance. So I appreciate the affirmation and the respect and the trust that you've placed in us in that.
Well, thank you for providing a quality service, Josh, and hope the very best, and hope this really catches traction and is able to provide quality help to a lot of people, to point them toward mental health, but even more so wholeness and to depth of relationship with Jesus Christ.